Alright guys, what is up? It is Josh back with another video. In today's video, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be covering an updated guide on how you can actually edit like me in Adobe After Effects. Before I get into it though, I just want to say that all the links to the presets will be down below in the description if you want to follow along with this video. I hope you guys do enjoy, and I will see you guys on my PC. Alright guys, so the first thing you're going to want to do, just head on over to the description, download all the presets like I mentioned. We're in After Effects right now. All you got to do is just open a new composition, make sure it's on 1920 by 1080, 60 FPS, and then you can make your duration whatever. I normally change that at the very end. Get my song, so I'm gonna drag in Stone Cold because why not? We've been using this song since like the old times, and you know it's just a Joshyy type song. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna find the first beat drop of the song itself. So what we're going to do is we're gonna press play, and so the beat drop's right here. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna press N on my keyboard to add a marker right here. And then the thing about my style is I actually add a marker right after the beat, right here on this clap. That's my transition point, and I use that for all of them. And then we got this one right here, transition on this one right here, and honestly that should be good because I'll just show you both. I have two different presets. I have a hard impact preset, and then I have a clean impact preset. So we're just gonna trim the song down to that. All right, so I'm actually gonna head on over to my boy LV's drive to find some clips. We got new ones from like 3 days ago that I just did. I'll put some of these clips honestly in the description if you guys want to download them. Alright, so I got my first clip. It's going to be this one. He's Spider-Manning and then he drops in. But once we add effects, it'll look so much better. I'm not going to lie. Oh yeah, this is a crazy edit course. I'll add that one as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on the clip. We're going to find the part where we get the kill. So we can see we get the kill kind of like right here. So I'm going to go a bit before it, press this marker right here. And I'm going to go after the kill. Place this marker right here, and that'll actually cut down the clip to the preview that we selected. And then from there we're just going to line up the kill with the actual marker that we placed down. So we're going to find, I'm going to change it to full resolution real quick. We're going to find the first frame that these pellets actually show up. We're going to line that up with the marker that we placed down, and then I'm going to set this the entire duration. So it pretty much just looks like this. We're a bit zoomed in right now, just like that. That is pretty much that. And then I'm going to do the exact same thing with this clip. I'm going to find the kill, cut it like right here, easy source of the sky, and then cut it right here. And then we're going to do that. And then we're going to line this up with the pellets. So the very first frame that we see the pellets, drag that out right there. Just like that, and that's all we really need to do. So that's syncing. All I'm gonna do now is show you guys how to do my new velocity. So the thing about my new velocity is I always come to the frame like right where where it's like a build up, you know what I mean? Like for this, I'm gonna go to the frame where the wall first opens up. So it's gonna be this frame right here, because you see if we go one frame back, there's still debris. You know, one frame, the first frame that this actually shows up, we're gonna press Control-Alt-T on our keyboard while selecting this layer. And then I'm going to add a keyframe at the beginning of this layer on the kill. And then at the very end, I'm going to highlight all of them, press F9 on my keyboard, go into the graph. From there, I'm going to zoom in. And then from here, I'm just going to bring this one up a bit, bring this one down a bit, bring this one up, bring this one down, bring this one across, bring it up. And that should be pretty much good. And that's pretty much the velocity. And then I'm gonna add frame blending. And when you render out at 30 FPS, it'll look a lot better. And we can see, just like that, it does like a bit of a slowdown velocity. And what this does right here is bringing this point to the right more slows it down, and it gives us more like a slowdown to like 0%. We can see it like almost goes down to like 0% speed. And it looks super clean. And then that is pretty much all we gotta do for that. I always mute the audio on this part, just because it's just a part that you don't really need to have the audio, especially when you're adding SFX. For this one, I'm gonna trim it right here. Do the same thing, Control-Alt-T. And by the way, the split control is Control-Shift-D for anyone that didn't know, if you guys are new to After Effects. And we're just gonna add our keyframes right here. Pressing the keyframe button, select it, F9, graph editor, zoom in again. Then we're going to bring these points up just like this, bring this down, bring this across, bring this up a tiny bit. We can bring this up, make it steeper. And I want it to skip a bit more, so I'm going to bring this one up. That's honestly good. And we're going to mute it. Boom. Frame blending, not motion blur. And that's all we really need to do. I'm going to save this. I'm just going to do, just save it as a random project, just because I've had so many experiences, especially in the last week, of just my After Effects crashing in the middle of a project, and you never want that to happen, trust me. All right, so from there, we're just going to do impact effects. So on the kill, what you're going to do is you're going to press on the top layer, you're going to select it, you're going to press Control-Alt-Y while having it selected, so that'll add an adjustment layer above this. Press Control-Shift-D on your marker, press Control-Shift-D on the end of your clip, and then you got a little adjustment layer that lasts from the kill to the very end of the clip. We're going to select the layer, go to Animation, Apply Animation Preset. This is where you're going to apply the presets that you downloaded. So I'm going to do the hard impact for the first one. You're just going to press Apply, and what that'll do after it loads is it adds the impacts. And that's pretty much just the hard impacts. It's a really good hard impact. Looks super, super, super clean. And then we're going to go over here, do the exact same thing, and we're going to use the clean impact this time. So what we're going to do is we're going to go Apply Animation Preset, and then we're going to go to Clean Impact, and we're going to add that one on. And that one is more just like a shake, glint, lens blur, flicker. And that just looks super clean itself. And I gave you guys a buildup of each just so you guys could use it. But quickly, I'm going to show you how to do my screen pumps. So we're just going to select the layer again, go to Animation, Apply Animation Presets. And I always put a screen pump like on every kill. Just line up the second marker with the kill, and then you can just trim this down on either side, just like this. And then if you want to, I'll just add a marker to this. I'll press the layer. I'll just press Control-D, which duplicates it. And I'll drag it over to the second clip and align it just like that. And that actually adds, we can see right here in the bottom right corner, we can see it's moving in. So that's what the screen pump does. It does like a nice little pump. And if you guys are unable to get the presets and you just want to see the graph, this is what the graph looks like. And the values are 1, 0.6, and then 1 at the very end. So that's pretty much my screen pump. We're going to add another adjustment layer above that. Go press it, Apply Animation Presets, and we're going to do hard build-up for this one just because we use the hard impact. And we're going to align the second last keyframe on this last effect on the shake with the kill right here. And we're just going to do that, trim it off right here. And that's pretty much going to do that right there. And it looks super, super clean. And then from there, we're going to go to our clean one, and we're going to use our clean build-up. And we're going to apply it, clean build up, just like this. Press U on our keyboard to see our keyframes. We're going to align the second last keyframe with the kill. And if we want to, we can drag that out just so it's a bit smoother and doesn't cut off instantly. We're going to make sure this keyframe is actually at the beginning though. Super clean impact just like that. And that is pretty much it for overall effects. We're going to go into transitions now. So on the very top, just select the top layer, adjustment layer again, Control-Y. Then we're going to click on the layer, go to Animation, Apply Animation Preset. I'll have all the transition presets that I use in the description or in the drive for 100% free. We're just going to do a zoom out, let's say. So we're going to add that, press U, line up the third keyframe, this one right here, with the separation point, meaning that the second keyframe goes one frame before. And that'll just look like that, and just a nice little zoom out. And those are the transitions I use for literally all my videos, other than when I'm doing like just a basic clean highlights in Premiere Pro. I'll use the Video Lancer ones, but yeah, these ones are the ones that I've actually made myself, and they're super, super clean. But yeah, other than that, we just got to do our color correction. So I'll quickly show you what I use for my color correction. I'll have the presets in the description. If I'm doing like a hard kind of, it depends on the vibe. So this is Joshyy Highlight CC I use for literally like almost all my videos. I'll change the intensity to 60, and I'll have a tutorial in the description showing you guys how you can actually download or import these presets into your Magic Bullet looks. Obviously, you're going to need Magic Bullet looks for this. All I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this, but I'm going to go to the second one, and I'm going to change this to darken brightness. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the value of this to 20%. I'm going to drag it over top of this one right here. So that gives me more of like a darkened vibe kind of CC. You can tell if you've seen my other videos, this is exactly the color correction I use, especially if you look at my face of my city highlights. This is the exact CC I used. If you want to go for something brighter, I'll delete the darkened one. And then what I'll do is I'll kind of pick my highlight CC or like my break your heart CC. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to mess around with the S curve to make it a bit more saturated, make it a bit more bright. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to the exposure and like change this to like 0.2 or something like that, and then you can see that this makes a massive difference. And then if you want to, you can change the value to like 80%, 60%, whatever looks better. But we can say that that looks a lot better for like a clean kind of highlights versus the darkened kind of thing that we were going for before. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy these and I'm gonna paste them to this clip. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to paste it to this clip, but I'm going to delete the darken brightness. And I'm going to go back here and change it to more of our brighter kind of vibe one, just like this. Make it a bit brighter, more saturated, just like this. We're going to change the value to 80%. And this is more of our clean kind of CC itself. So what I'm going to do is I'll have this preset for you guys. I'll make this into a preset. My clean highlights CC, I'll make that into a preset for you guys so you can easily import that. And I'll just honestly make this a preset right here with these two for like my hard kind of highlights, or the like clean or like hard impacts, all that stuff. And then lastly, what I'll do nowadays, since I'm using 30 FPS, you can never go wrong with the nice little RSMB. I just do default settings, and I'll do this. I'll copy it, and I will select all the clips right here and paste it to that. And that's pretty much all you need to know for editing highlights like me. And then lastly, you know, if you got a nice little Joshyy ident, if you got my last edit pack, I kind of have like a project file for inspiration for you guys if you want to actually try to do my ident or like replicate it. But you know, we got various different idents. We got this one. My hard style ident's actually super nice. I really like this one. I don't know, a lot of you guys are commenting how much you like this one, and it's, I don't know, it's super clean. You know, we stick with the blue theme, kind of the diamond theme that we've been sticking around with so far. But yeah, all you got to do from there, I'll quickly show you my render settings. I just go to export, go to Adobe Media Render Queue or whatever, and I'll always shorten the composition to the length of my highlights, obviously, because that's what you're going to want to go for. You're not going to want to have a composition that lasts an extra 30 seconds in the video itself. What I'm going to do, I gotta quickly re-enable RSMB Pro. I'm going to actually go back to After Effects and add this back to my render queue. We gotta give it a second to actually show up in our render queue because media encoder's weird like that. I'm gonna remove the first one because I didn't really have RSMB on. And then what I'll do is I will save it to my hard drive, and I'll name it, you know, sample for Joshyy tutorial or something like that. And my render settings are this, guys. Make sure to follow along with this. I'll change this to high quality 4K, change this value to 2560, and it's linked together, so we'll change it to 1440. I'll uncheck this, change this to 30 FPS. I'll come down here to CBR and I'll change that to 200. I normally just drag it around 200, but you can drag it up to 200. You'll press OK, and then what you'll do is I gotta find where my thing actually ends because I didn't cut it off. So I'll just go like this, 200, okay, and then I'll just press this play button, which renders it out if you guys are new to After Effects. So I'm gonna render that out. I'll put it before this video. It's a little sample for you guys, but I hope you guys enjoy. Like, comment, subscribe. Any questions you guys have, leave them down below. Presets down below as well. Make sure to go check out all my other socials if you guys want to stay up to date with me, more specifically my Twitter. I'm more active on there, so go check that out. Joshyytv with 2 Y's. Hope you guys did enjoy. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.